Hey YouTube, once again it is very early in the morning, let's see, around 2:30. Can't sleep, playing a little too much Amnesia. Um, so I decided to make yet another deck profile. This one, however, is on a fun deck that me and my friend built a while ago. We call it Smuckers for two reasons. Um, Basically, because with a name like Smuckers, it has to be good. Also, it runs. We've also run a card called Jam Breeding Machine. As you can see with the list, basic idea of the deck is to activate the Jam Breeding Machine and buff the tokens with Solidarity, Wetlands, and Token Stampede to pretty much overwhelmingly crush your opponent to death. You can get the tokens to very high, very great heights. Um, Wonderful deck. Okay, let's get started. Nightmare Penguin. Use him as a wall. All face-up water monster you control gain 200 attack, so he's not the buffer. Not by much, but it helps sometimes. If he's in defense position, if he's in attack position, he's only 1100, so he'll take a punch to the face and pretty much die. And when he's flip face up, return one card your opponent controls to the hand, which is pretty cool. It doesn't say, just monsters. It says cards can be useful. Penguin Soldier, you can target up to two monsters on the field, return the targets to the hand. Very good combo with Aegis, which I will show you later. Snowman Eater, when you use a wall, flip face up, pop a face up monster that is. Gold Sark, search out all your stuff. Everything in the deck is searchable with that card. It's very useful, especially beginning and mid game, because you can either search for the Breeding Machine or your buffers or something to protect your stuff with, which is pretty cool if you have all your pieces or whatever. Next is Jam Breeding Machine. What this does is during standby phases, special summon one slime token and attack position to your side of the field. As long as it's currently face up on the field, you can have summons, flip summon, or special summon any other monster except slime tokens. But you can still set, keep that in mind. But you want to set these. Can't flip summon them, but when your opponent attacks over them or something, for a last resort or something like that, or piercing, returns to hand or something, whatever. Or blow it up with Snowman Eater, I don't know. Comes in handy though. Basically, it's Aqua type, water level 1, attack 500, that's each token that is. And you can have multiple ones of these on the field. So you can have spam like 2 tokens per turn and go off pretty much. There's a lot of buffers in the deck that buff them up, I'll explain that later, I guess. 1 day apiece to stall and draw cards. Pod Duality, search cards that you need. Solidarity to buff your tokens. Wetlands to buff your tokens. Aegis, the Ocean Dragonlord, protect your tokens and your Penguin Soldiers. The combo with them is basically what you do is you set Penguin Soldier, set Aegis, they attack, you activate Aegis, Penguin Soldier can no longer be destroyed with battle. So what you do is you target Penguin Soldier and one opponent's monster, return them both in the hand, and reuse Penguin Soldier. Very useful, I've used it a lot of times. Dark Bride, protect all your stuff. Skill Drain, negate the hell out of your opponent's effects, just in case something's bugging you. And attack over it. If you can't attack over it, Skill Drain kind of helps sometimes. Like freaking Spirit Reapers or Marsh Mullins, however you pronounce his name. Solemn Judgment, protect your stuff. The Huge Revolution's over. This card is severely underrated. If you're not running Stardust, you want to run this card instead. Because it says destroy 2 or more cards on the field. Not just your side of the field, the field. And negate the activation and banish it. So goodbye Black Rose. Um, it's an amazing card, really cheap, very, very useful. I mean, great card, very underrated. And then we got Token Stampede. Basically, it's another buffer, and the tokens can't be destroyed by battle, which is pretty cool. Spell traps, spec monsters. Or no, wait, there's no spec monsters in my side. Silly me. In the side I have 3 MSCs, 3 system down. Like the missile specific are usually for what they call prohibitions. If they prohibition my jam breeding machine, I have something to do against it. There's also a lot of draw power and search power, so not too hard to get into it. System down. Pay 1,000 life points, banish all face-up machine percent monsters in your opponent controls and in the graveyard. Against Karkaris, Machinos, and Gear Guys, this card's amazing. Yeah, they're running rampant this format. It's insane. Debunk. Obviously, you guys know what this does. Negates an effect monster effect that activates in the hand or graveyard and banishes it, which is pretty cool. Goodbye, Grapha. Goodbye, Chaos Dragons. They're like, oh shit, just got real. Did you really just say that? I don't know. Master of Restrict into Heretics. And Chaos Dragon, not Chaos Dragons, but Monarchs. Soul Drain against Chaos Dragons and, anything that vanishes. As I said before, basically the idea is to get out Jam Breeding Machine, buff them with all your stuff, and overwhelm your opponent. It's a lot of fun. You guys should build on a DN, test it out. Just test it out, see how it works for you. I mean, it's not exactly competitive. It's like tier 1, not even tier 1, sorry. Wrong number. It's like tier 2.5 to 3, or however that goes. Maybe they reversed it, whatever. You guys should definitely try it out, though. It's a lot of fun. It's basically my troll deck. A lot of people are like, what the hell is this? This isn't meta. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. I don't run meta decks. I hate them. It doesn't mean I always run anti-meta, but I just don't run the meta decks. I run my own decks or deck ideas that used to be good. They're not meta anymore. That people forgot, and I'll bring it back. Like my secret deck that I'm making for regionals this year, which I will not discuss until after regionals. I don't want people stealing my list. Net decking, bring it to the tournament, and after find out about it, play against them. Even though the odds are kind of slim, but I would still hate that. So yeah, that's the list. Thanks for watching. Yeah, like, subscribe, like. Okay then. Yeah. More to come. Stay frosty.